Good morning, guys. We are heading up to Sable Forks Library, which is about a 2-hour drive, and then we're going to drive for another hour to Scroon Lake Library. I'm leaving with plenty of time. Like, I'm going to get there probably an hour early at least. That's alright. That's the way I like to do things. I love these drives. Here we are in August, first third of the month, and yesterday was our first fall-like day. We've had a very hot summer, and yesterday it got cool. It's like all of a sudden the weather has changed a bit. We're going to get plenty of hot weather. In fact, today is supposed to be in the 80s, but you know, you can just tell things are changing. It's not exactly, it's got that feel to it, you know, it's just got that feel to it. On some of this trip, what I'll do is I'll take the Blue Highway, the less traveled roads, just because we have some time. Oh, here's a Toyota camper. Nice. Alright, guys, we just paid $21.87 for gas. Got a full tank now. Let's see what that does for us. I know it's going to get me all through today's trip and part of tomorrow's. That's great. The Subi, man, you're saving gas. I think I get 24 miles to the gallon. 26 on the Thruway or highway. Here we are in an industrial area. This is Glens Falls, city of Glens Falls. This cool insuring arena used to be Glens Falls Civic Center. That's where I first saw the Grateful Dead. And my mom lived right in this area when she first moved up here from Newburgh.
Continue straight onto Glen Street.
Or actually after college, you know, and it's kind of the area where she met my dad. Way back when. I'm just taking my time, kids. We got plenty of time to enjoy the ride here, so why not? That's my plan. We're coming up on the Great Escape here to the right. Can you see any of that? Yeah. So that used to be Storytown. It was a great place for kids, an amusement park. Now it's more for teenagers. You're catching some of it here to the right. I still get excited when I look at that place. Oh my gosh, we'd go there once a year as a family, and we would be so excited to go there, look so forward to it. I still get that feeling when I look over there. But it's not at all what it used to be. Just like most things are in life. They change with the times. Prospect Mountain up in front of us here. You can see way to the top up there. You can drive your car up to the top of this. It's a nice mountain for those who can't hike and want to get good views. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the channel Mav, but he camped up on top of that in some crazy contraption. I think it was like last year. So as a young guy, probably up into my early 20s, like 18, 19, 20, 21, I worked up here a lot in the summer times. You know, I would work at like a holiday. I'd always get some kind of restaurant job and had way too much fun up here. Lake George is quiet right now. It will be teeming with people here in a little while. And this is a year-round resort town. You know, they do a lot on Lake George in the wintertime up here. But it's one of those t-shirt towns, sticker towns, you know. You get yourself your stickers and your t-shirts and all kinds of goodies. And the amphitheater here, which was amazing, burnt down this summer. It's a real bummer. Let's see if I can get a look at that. They have a little stage now. Wow. Nothing like what it used to be. Alright guys, so that's Lake George. We are getting ready to head out of town here. A few of the tourists up early this morning, out and about with their families. Now we are in Warrensburg, and just like that, we're back into a little bit of sunshine here. This is a neat town. Home of the world's largest garage sale, so they say. So this is definitely a cool little town. If you ever get a chance and you're driving through the Adirondacks, take this route for one thing. It's beautiful. It takes you through all the little towns, or a number of them, and this is one to come and drive through and hang out in. My wife and I did an Airbnb, or I believe it was a bed and breakfast back in the day. It was long before there were Airbnbs, actually. Grand Union. We had one of those in the town I grew up in, and my dad used to call it the Grand Onion. I've told this story before. The bed and breakfast place that we stayed at up here, Susan and I, a long time ago, had a fireplace in it. And in the morning, I started the fire in the fireplace, and the, what do you call it, the flute, whatever it's called, was closed. And I smoked the entire house out. All the guests had to go outside. They had to call the fire company. Everything was fine, but I got everybody out of bed bright and early. Then everyone was talking about it a little bit later at breakfast. Oh, somebody started a fire and we all had to leave, and we're all eating breakfast in this room, at different tables. And I stood up and I said, hello, everyone. I am responsible for that. I'm sorry. Guys, back in the day, Route 9, 9N, I think we're in 9N, that's what it is, yeah, 9N North. Before the Thruway, the Northway, was here, this was the main road. And along this road were all kinds of attractions. It was a tourist road, the whole way, hotels and whatnot. And a lot of that stuff no longer exists, just the buildings. It's not what it used to be. Yeah, this was the main way you would get through the Adirondacks. It's a lot of fun to take this ghost road now. It's not what it used to be. This is the site of the 1964 National Christmas Tree. It says the 1964 National Christmas Tree was a gift to America from the town of Chester, New York. It was an 80-year-old majestic white spruce, which was harvested just a few hundred feet from this location along Landon Hill Road. When it was put up at the White House that season, the tree was decked with over 7,500 lights, making the grandest national Christmas tree of its time. This is what I love about Google Maps when you go to your options and you put avoid tolls, avoid main roads or whatever it says. You get stuck taking these roads that are just really cool. And it might not always take you on the same road, if you were to do this trip again. Black Bear Restaurant. What little town are we in now? I'm not sure. Pottersville. This is Pottersville, guys. It's so cool to go through these little towns like this. I love this. This is what America's made of, man. Beautiful stuff like this. How can you beat this? I could spend the rest of my life driving roads like this. Scroon Lake, I'll be there today. Not until this afternoon, though. So that's the gig on the way back today. And we're going to be going through there right now. It's like 9 miles up the road here. Just don't want to speed through this Eagle Point campsite. That's where I camped, yes. Right down there. That was the lake I was at, right here. This is Eagle Point campsite. I gotta remember that. That was a cool place to camp. This town has such a great center for the lake and the community, and that's where I'll be playing. The library's right there. I'm imagining that it'll be outdoors. But we're just going through town right now, and I like this town too. I'd like to get back here in time to take a little walk through town before we actually have to go to work. So we'll get a glimpse this way, and then we'll get a glimpse the other way on the way back. How's that sound? Here you go. This is one of those towns where you blink your eyes and you're right through it. But if you keep your eyes open, it's cool. Short and sweet, but definitely short and sweet. Frontier town. It used to be an amusement type park place, you know, cowboys and Indians and Wild West up here in the Adirondacks, and now it's a campground with a brewery right next to it. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a cowboy, but even more, I wanted to be an Indian. You know, that's what you called it when you were a kid. I've always been fascinated by the Native American culture. I don't even want to call it, by the First People's culture. The First People. And actually my mom has this feeling that she was alive before, and you know that she lived another life before, and in that life she was a settler way back when, and she was in her cabin alone, and the door burst open and in came this native, and she thinks that it was me. So in another life, maybe I was a native, and maybe that's how I knew my mom. She doesn't know what happened after that, but she knows that I was swooped up by this native who she thinks was me. Kind of an interesting story, huh? Woohoo! Right? Adirondacks, cutting right through them right now, man. What a beautiful day. I am in heaven right now. Right at the top of my list of favorite things to do is this. Oh, this job has got to be tough. They look like they're falling asleep. Imagine just standing there all day long and holding a sign, and what you do is you switch it from stop to slow. That's your job for at least 8 hours a day. I would fall over, like fall asleep, you know? Couldn't do it. Isn't that something, guys? Look at those rock faces there. I used to spend a lot of time in the Adirondacks. Back then I had I wanted to conquer. I wanted to get all 46 high peaks in so I could be a 46er. I think I got like 26 of them, and then just kind of stopped. I don't have that in me anymore. Oh, here we go. See? Hikers everywhere. This is beautiful. I'm keeping the camera on, kids. Keeping the camera on. Whether we've been through this or not together, we're doing it again. because today's just, wow, today's a beautiful day. It's a great day to take a drive. It's a great day to go to work in the Adirondacks. So, you know, each one of these gigs where I'm actually playing is 35 to 40 minutes. That's it. Then I'm done. 2 of them today. And I make good money. Ernie, come on back east. It's amazing, man. And it does not have the amount of people that you guys have out west. Okay, you know, there's not all the free camping, but that's all right. There's trade-offs. This is just incredible. No getting around it. The older I get, the more I appreciate all of this. All right, next up will be, I do believe, Stewart's, where we're going to stop and use the bathroom and grab a sandwich. A breakfast sandwich, if they have them. I think I earned it. We've been on the road for a couple hours here. Just saw my first tree with the leaves that have changed. Alright, Stewart's is right up here. So you see a ton of these camper vans all along the way, you know, the more modern ones, you see just, or whatever, but just a ton of them. This poor camper's pulled over, probably with a problem. That's too bad. You know, even the new ones break down. Just never know. Be grateful for a good ride when you have it. Alright, here we go. We are turning into Stewart's. I basically freaking lost my voice from all the talking I've done with you guys. $3.89 up here. I paid $3.33 back where we were. All right, $5.39 for a sandwich from Stewart's. Probably around the same price as McDonald's, but much more satisfying. Bigger, better. We're going to pull over here and eat this, or move from where we are right here. All right, let's enjoy this sandwich, and then we're on the road. I got the ham and bagel eggwich this time. Haven't tried the bagel yet. All right, look at that. This looks like it's a little bit more of a beefy sandwich. Maybe a little more filling. Really good. Alright guys, back on the road. We should be there in 15 minutes. Perfect. Gives me 25 minutes to set up. I need 10 minutes. So, you know, plenty of time to spare when I get there. Isn't this something, huh? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Gotta love it. Woo, hoo, hoo. Okay, here we go. Love this stuff, right? Never get tired of it. Never get tired of filming it. Every time it's a little bit different. I want to say Chapel Pot. I should know. I've been by it 1,000 times. Names don't matter to me. Never was good with names. Better with a face. There it is. See that? That's mon. Can you imagine skiing down that freaking thing? I can't. I'd probably be just be afraid just to be up there. I ended up being late for my first gig, guys, because I was putzing around. Well, what happened was I went from arriving in a half an hour early to it just all of a sudden popped to, you're going to be 10 minutes late. I'm like, what? So I had to call the library and tell them I'm going to be a little late, which I was, but it wasn't any big deal. So on the way out, this time we're going to just take the shortest route there just because I don't want to do that again. I can smell the pine. It smells great. Look at this view, man. Can you guys see this? I'm trying to give you a good view here. We are in the hamlet of Jay. All these flowers, it's so beautiful. It's lush, lush, lush. It's the Sable River that we're following right now. There you go, guys. Some signs of fall right there. The leaves are changing. They always change early up here. You guys are getting a really good view of this today. Woo-hoo! I hope we get some kids. That'd be good. I have 20 minutes, so plenty of time for kids to show up. And we're hoping for the best. Keep your fingers crossed. That's where I was last year, up there. Or not last year, but in the past. And I was also where we're going to be today, inside. Too cool for me to be swimming today. I did bring my bathing suit. And it was supposed to be like 80, but it does not feel like 80. Feels like we're in the 70s here. Oh, there's a lot more people down there than I thought. We didn't have a huge crowd, but we had fun. That was fun, guys. Fun. Take a little walk around town here. I think I'd like to. See if we can find ourselves a place to park. How about that? Got a little shade right here. Good little spot. Alright guys, we're finishing up today's trip with hot dogs. Hot dogs and french fries. And a little bit of hot dog sauce there. I've been craving them ever since I saw that New Wave lunch, those dirt sticks. Dirty John's. So there's the chrysalis that it was in, or its cocoon, whatever you call that. He just hatched from that. And here he is drying his wings, or here she is. I don't know what kind of butterfly that is. Beautiful though.